Good morning. We call the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order for February 28th, 2018. Today we have present myself, Mikael Winfrey, President, Salita Green, Vice President, Clotilde LeBroy, our Secretary, is absent. Ms. Raven Reedus from the Public Works Department is here as our Secretary. And we also have Ms. Angela Hayes here today. She is here to two things. One, we want to express our many thanks to Ms. Salita Green for her almost 2 decades of service to the City of Gary, and this will be her last meeting as she is retiring as a City Controller. Today. Today is her last day, and we just, we're going to miss her a lot. We're going to miss her a lot. Too. And thank you, Salita. Thank you so much for everything you've done and for your board service. We really appreciate it. And then we want to introduce Ms. Angela Hayes, who is our new City Controller, who will start effective tomorrow as a City Controller. Yes. So she will be taking over on the board once the swearing-in paperwork is done by the city clerk, and then we'll do that at the very next meeting. So she's just going to be here today to get prepared for next week. Yeah. So thank you. So we will first. I wanted to address bids and proposals to be received. I think there are some companies here in the audience because there were several bids that were advertised. One was for towing, one was for the Parks Department, Howell Park, and one was for Community Development Home Repair. As it relates to the towing, the Times, Northwest Indiana, advertised RFP for towing on February 8th, 9th, 15th, and 16th. So that was advertised on 4 different dates. And so the advertisement was appropriate. I believe the Times, Northwest Indiana Times. I think that there were some companies who unfortunately didn't see the advertisement, and in a spirit of communication and good faith, the city is extending the time to respond to that towing RFP for 2 weeks. And it will be the meeting will be 2 weeks from today, which is March 14th. So the new date is March 14th at this meeting, 10 a.m. We will pass out additional packets today. The packets are the exact same as they were previously distributed. The bids that we have received to date will remain sealed until that meeting. So all packets that are received on the 14th will be opened at the same time here at the city. And so those packets will go back to the Public Works Department until that time. So I will pass out, or if anyone wants one of the requests for proposal. For towing.
Towing.
Would anyone like one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Those packets that were received, were those we noted that we inserted ours first, and also the reason why they submitted it in the newspaper, as public advertisement. I think it would be unfair to extend the date as far as advertising and everything else, because it was advertised those dates. You said 4 dates. Mm-hmm. So
okay.
everybody had adequate notice.
Okay. I understand your concern, and if you would like to, if you've already previously submitted a packet and you want to take that packet back and resubmit, you're welcome to do that as well. They have not been opened. If you want additional time to work on your packet and you want to receive it back, we will note the date that we received your original packet. But if you would like additional time, if you believe that it's unfair that there is an additional time being allowed, you're more than welcome to take that time as well. And we can give you your packet back, and we can receive your packet within the 2 weeks. But there isn't a disadvantage in the sense that none of the packets that we've received are being opened. Therefore, no confidential information regarding any bids that have been submitted is being disseminated to other parties. So everyone is on the same footing. If you believe that you need additional time, we are more than happy to give you your packet back, and it's not held against you in any way, and you can turn it in on the 14th as well. So just let us know. In the meeting, we actually have the packets here today. If anyone would like to take their packet back and resubmit, that's fine. Or if you want to leave your original packet and submit additional information to go along with that packet, to add to your packet, if you will, that's fine as well. My preference would be that you either, leave the packet as is, or you take the entire packet and bring an entire one back. That way we know that we have your complete information in one unsealed package. So just let us know, is there anyone here that wants to receive their packet back?
You know, but what would be the reason why you all give deadlines?
I'm sorry?
What would be the reason why you all give deadlines if you're planning to extend it?
Well, it wasn't, I don't believe that was our intent originally. It's my understanding, as you are aware, that, and as I stated, that the advertisement was done in the proper fashion. However, it's my understanding that possibly, you know, some other packets that we've done in the past, there's been more communication, and because we didn't have that communication, and there were some companies that have existing relationships as far as towing that didn't receive that information. We just want to make sure everyone has the information and that everyone is allowed to participate.
There hasn't been a contract in place since 2008.
Yes.
And you don't give deadlines, the public advertisement, everything is in there, once it's closed. From my belief, I think it's supposed to just close and it's done and over with.
We will note your objection. And what company are you from, sir?
I rather not state.
Okay.
Be held against me.
All right, no problem. So if anyone, you know, you don't have to do it now. You're welcome to go to the Public Works office after this meeting, and you can receive your packet back at that time if you don't want to come forward at this time. All right, we will move on now to bids proposals to be received for Howell Park Parks Department. Are there any bids or proposals from the audience that were not previously submitted to the Public Works Department for Howell Park Parks Department? Second call, any bids or proposals from the audience? Third final call, are there any bids or proposals from the audience? Seeing none, I ask for a motion to close bids and view those received. And can I just make one note, because this reminded me of something just that I'm reading this. Actually, another thing, just so everyone is aware, we do this at every meeting, so bids are received up until the actual meeting. So even if they're previously submitted, at every meeting, the bids are actually received. You don't have to do it in advance. You can actually do it at the meeting on whatever the meeting date is. And so that's the official cutoff, is when it's on, when we make the official call. So on March 14th, when we have that towing meeting, we will receive bids up until the actual start time. Okay, thank you. May I have the motion, please?
Move to close bids to be received and to open bids we have received.
Okay. If you will open the bids for Howell Park Parks Department.
Garriott.
This bid is received from Gary Up Construction Company, Gary, Indiana. Sorry, they didn't put the amount in the amount section, so I have to look for it. Section 4, bid process for construction of the Howell Park Improvement Project. Total amount is $276,500. $276,500.
What company again?
Gary Up.
Okay.
And this is for bid package 2, which is the pool and the splash. For the pavilion, the bid amount is $133,700. $133,700.
And you said the first one was the splash pad?
Yeah, so the first one was the pool and splash pad.
Okay.
The next one is for the playground and basketball court, $196,500. $196,500. And for all three, as a combo bid, $603,700. $603,700. Again, that's Gary Up Construction.
Okay.
Is that the one?
Mm-hmm. The next one is community development.
Okay.
There was only one bid received.
I move that we refer the bid to the department for recommendation.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have bids, proposals to be received for the for the home repair program for community development. Are there any bids or proposals from the audience today for home repair program, community development? Second call, any bids or proposals from the audience? Third and final call, are there any bids or proposals from the audience today for home repair program for community development? All right, seeing none, may I have a motion to open those received by the department?
I move to close bids to be received for home repair program and to open the bids we have received.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The bids that we've received for the home repair are from Majestic Builders, Maryville, Indiana. The first one is property at 3576 Johnson Street. The bid amount is $43,425. Excuse me, $43,425. And that looks like the only one. I move that we refer the bid received to Department
You
of
said-
Community Development.
43,300?
The bid amount is $43,425.
And that was-
Property 3576 Johnson.
And what was that company again?
Majestic Builders.
Okay. All right, thank you. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have claims.
We have ratification of claims for February 23rd. Genesis and Operating Fund, $1,038.98. That's $1,038.98. I move that we ratify the claim for February 23rd, 2018.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
We also have approval for pension payroll. Fire pension, $393,765.08. Police pension, $402,085.95. The total pension payroll is $795,851.03. I move that we approve pension payroll for February 28th.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
We also have approval of claims for March 2nd, 2018. The general fund is $106,140.55. Special revenues, $101,132.54. Home program, $3,644. Redevelopment non-reverting fund is $59,900. Fire pension, $14,805. Police pension, $2,647.30. And the blight elimination grant, $15,666. Total to be paid, $303,935.39. I move that we approve claims for for March 2nd, 2018.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
That concludes claims.
Next, we have correspondence and agreements. Correspondence from the fire department regarding permission to advertise.
This memo is to the Board of Public Works and Safety from the Gary Fire Department. The administration of the Gary Fire Department is requesting permission from the Board of Public Works to advertise for a vendor to purchase ambulances. We recently received bid prices that were outstanding and priced above our budget. We would like to advertise again before making a decision. We will notify the previous bidders of our decision to advertise again. I move that we approve the request from the fire department to advertise a second time for ambulances.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the police department.
This memo is to the Board of Public Works and Safety from City Attorney Gregory Thomas. The Law Department has drafted the attached contract between the City of Gary and Minnick Animal Crematory for animal cremation services. The contract will bill the city at a rate of 41 cents per pound. The contract shall not exceed $15,000, and the terms are from February 1st, 2018 to December 31st, 2018. The contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the city of Gary. The scope of services. Contract agrees to provide all labor, materials, and equipment for cremation and pickup services within the city of Gary. I move that we approve the contract between the city of Gary and Minnick Animal Crematory.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from regarding the Gary Sanitary District.
This memo is to Clotilde LeBroy, Public Works Director, from Gregory Thomas, City Attorney, regarding approval of memorandum of understanding between NIPSCO, the City of Gary, and Gary Sanitary District. The Law Department has reviewed the attached memorandum of understanding between Northern Indiana Public Service Company, the City of Gary, and the Gary Sanitary District to create a formal utility easement as described herein at 15th Place Roadway Right-of-Way Agreement. The MOU was drafted in conjunction with the legal department of NIPSCO and Joel Harris of the Gary Sanitary District.
And that should be, correspondence from the mayor's office.
Whereas the memorandum is attached, and in any case, whereas NIPSCO has notified the city and GSD of its intent to locate a natural gas main in accordance with the attached drawings within the right-of-way of East 15th Place, situated within the territorial limits of the city. And whereas the city is the rightful and lawful owner of the right-of-way, and Gary is the owner of 24-inch diameter force main extending eastward along East 15th Place from 15th and Clay Street Pump Station for a distance of approximately 4,000 feet. Now therefore, in consideration and mutual covenants, as and for its responsibility under this agreement at such time when NIPSCO construction plan is formulated to the appropriate level of specificity, GSD shall review said plan to ensure that the planned NIPSCO gas line will not encroach or interfere in any way with functionality or structural integrity or support of Gary sanitary sewer main, and assuming that there is no such encroachment or interference, shall not unreasonably withhold permission from the NIPSCO project to proceed as planned. And as for its responsibility under this agreement, NIPSCO agrees to assume liability for making any reasonable necessary utility adjustments should future traffic conditions or public road improvements necessitate upon reasonable request of the city. The parties further agree and acknowledge that any formal utility easement must be granted to NIPSCO by the city as the owner of the East 15th Place roadway right-of-way. And as for its responsibility under the agreement, NIPSCO further agrees to comply with the rules and regulations of the city in servicing, maintaining, replacing, or removing the planned natural gas main, and to obtain a permit before performing any of these functions. And as for its responsibility under this agreement, NIPSCO agrees to hold harmless and indemnify GSD and the city from claims for damages resulting directly from NIPSCO's negligence in connection with any work done pursuant to this agreement. I move that we approve the MOU between the City of Gary, NIPSCO, and Gary Sanitary District.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the Department of Green Urbanism.
This memo is to Clotilde LeBroy, Public Works Director, from Gregory Thomas, City Attorney, regarding contract with Microbac Laboratories Incorporated for water analysis for the City of Gary closed landfill. The Law Department has reviewed the attached contract with Microbac Laboratories Incorporated to provide water analysis and sampling on a quarterly, semi-annual, and annual basis for the City of Gary closed landfill system per IDEM's post-closure plan requirements. The terms of the contract are from March 1st, 2018 to March 31st, 2019, and the contractor will pay an amount not to exceed $4,000. The contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. Attached with this contract is a analysis description from Microbac. And the contract indicating the contract agrees to perform quarterly, semi-annual, annual water analysis for the City of Gary's closed landfill per IDEM's post-closure plan. I move that we approve the contract between the City of Gary and Microbac Laboratories for water analysis.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the HR department.
Yep, that's from Human Resources.
That's what I was referring to.
The Genesis. The law department has reviewed the enclosed contract with the Genesis Convention Center to provide room rental and menu items for city employee orientations, workshops, trainings, and seminars. The terms of the contract, February 1, 2018 to December 31st, 2018. Contractor shall be paid an amount not to exceed $4,500. The contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. Under the scope of services, contract agrees to provide the meeting space and food service for orientations, workshops, and training seminars for the City of Gary. I move that we approve the contract between the Genesis Center and the City of Gary.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the traffic department. I ask for this item to be deferred.
Move to defer.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there any unfinished business? No, I don't believe so. Under new business, we have 3 contracts that are being added to the agenda. They are, one is for contract amendment with professional claims management. The second one is correspondence on the finance department, a contract with Ready Refresh. And the third is correspondence from the mayor's office. And can you, what's the name of that one? And that is, okay, sorry. Contract with Job Works. May I have a motion to add these 3 items?
Move to add the 3 contracts.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The first contract amendment with professional claims management. The law department has reviewed the contract with professional claims management to provide administrative services for COBRA. The amendment is to increase the compensation under the contract by 10% to cover expenses for March. The total amount of the contract is not to exceed $228,800. The contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. Whereas according to city's policies and procedures, the city may amend the amount of the compensation paid to a contractor by 20% of the original amount of the contract. And whereas the costs have been incurred in order to complete the services described in the original contract, and whereas in order to complete the work under the original contract, the contract must be increased by $20,800. And whereas in section 3 of the original contract is hereby increased to $228,800. Now therefore, pursuant and in accordance with section 4.1 of the original contract, part 3, which is compensation, as compensation for satisfactory performance of the services described herein, the city agrees to pay contractor an amount not to exceed $28,800. I move that we approve the amendment to the contract for $20,800.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next contract is with Ready Refresh. The law department has reviewed the contract with Ready Refresh to provide water, coffee, cups, and sugar to various departments within the City of Gary. The terms of the contract are for February 1, 2018 to March 31st, 2018. The contractor shall be paid an amount not to exceed $2,937. The contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. Scope of services, contract agrees to provide 5-gallon ice mountain drinking water, coffee cups, and sugar for the month of February and March. And compensation shall not exceed $2,937. I move that we approve the contract between Ready Fresh and City of Gary.
Any questions? Second, I'm sorry, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next memo is to Clotilda Boyd, Public Works Director, from Stephen Jenkins, Assistant City Attorney, contract with JobWorks. The Law Department has reviewed the enclosed contract with JobWorks to provide work experience for interns by helping them find positions within the City of Gary. JobWorks agrees to pay the interns for the hours they spend working for the city. There is an indemnity provision in paragraph 8 of the contract on page 2. I'm not sure if the board would like to cross it out and initial that provision, or it would be better to reach out to JobWorks to negotiate a change in their contract language.
I'm sorry. Can I see it?
The contract is up and otherwise properly performed and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary.
Which section? Let's see, page-
Section, paragraph 8 on page 2. It indicates that the employee releases and shall indemnify and hold harmless JobWorks and its employees for any actions, costs, damages, and claims or
That's fine.
liabilities. So, I'm gonna move that we defer it, because that needs to be done before it comes to the board.
No, it's okay. I'm all right with it. I think he was asking the question, because they will be working for us, I think the indemnity is appropriate. They'll be here actually on site.
So for anything that they do at the city in terms of costs, damages, claims, and liabilities arising out of damage or injury to persons or property, it's going to be the city's responsibility.
Because they'll essentially be working here at the city, even though they'll essentially be our temporary employee or volunteer, if you will. I believe they're being paid, so
They're
temporary
being
employee.
paid $8.50 an hour
Yes.
by JobWorks.
Mhm. Yep. I'll have him redo the memo, so.
Okay. Move to approve the contract with JobWorks.
Second, any questions? Any, all in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries.
These copies.
Okay, please.
Those, that completed all three, correct?
That's it.
All right. Is there anything else? No? Any words? No? It's your last meeting. Okay. I won't put you on the spot.
Well, no, it's just really hard to describe what it feels like to leave after 19 and a half years. It's like leaving your family. But it has been truly a wonderful experience, and I've enjoyed everybody and every moment of it.
Okay, well, thank you again. We'll open up for public comment, 2 minutes per person, agenda topics only, please. Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to talk about this mining contract. It's been about 4 years. We keep giving this guy this contract. We have never seen it advertised, this particular contract. You know, it's for animal crematory, you know. I talked to quite a few people at the police department. They don't know this exists. The animal control officers, when they come to the airport to pick up the dead dogs and stuff, They said they had to do that. I was wondering, do the city keep any kind of statistics or stats on how many animals he picks up? You know, and the worst thing is that we still have a problem, 2900 block of Wickham. We have a dead horse. It's been there for a couple months over there, you know. No one has ever, you know, touched it. You know, I called the animal control. They said they do not do horses, you know. It's still laying there at the corner of 2900 block of Wickham. It's a big old dead horse over there. It's this guy, he's got about 10 or 15 horses along 80 and 94. There was a big fire a few years ago where all those horses died, but you know, but now there's a dead horse, but no one knows anything about it. No one wants to get involved. But I was wondering, are there any kind of statistics on how many animals did he pick up last year, and what did he do with them? 'Cause
We don't have the statistics,
Yeah.
but we can contact the police department that administers the contract. If you want to submit a request for information.
Yeah, free.
If there are any documents that contain the information, we'll be happy to provide them. The board doesn't have that information though.
Okay, because Brian Evans, he's supposed to be in charge of that. He says he didn't know they had a contract for animal cremation. I says, this guy, I think he's out of Griffith for the last 2 or 3 years. We keep, you know, every time it comes up, this contract, and we keep asking, what
Well, he
about-
may not be the person that administers it because the contract came to the board from the police department. I don't know who the contact person was. Do you know?
The contact person is probably somebody up in Zenobia.
Oh, you got the
Yes.
And the contract is by the weight of the animal.
Weights other than 40
So-
ounce and a pound, yeah.
Yes, so therefore, if the company doesn't actually provide any services, then we're not billed.
Yeah.
So it's not just a contract for a
Contract.
fee, it's actually per service.
Yeah,
So
per
if they
service.
don't actually do any crematory services, then we wouldn't pay.
Oh, okay, yeah. I want to see how many he has actually picked up and, you know, how many
But
animals.
we can
he
probably, if you
disposed of.
submit a request
Yeah.
for the, payment to the company, then they can,
Yeah.
or show, how many, well, it won't show how many, it will show the weight, I
weight,
guess, of
what he
what
wants
was
to-
cremated.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if the information is tracked by animal versus by weight. I'm not sure how they track the information, but we could possibly find out from the police department.
So they let this contract, every end of every February, every year then? Because they never advertised this.
I don't know when the last one was, and again, if you like a copy of the last contract, we can provide the information. If you would come to the law department and submit a FOIA request, we can get you a copy of that. This contract runs from February 1st to December 31st of this year.
It's the December 31st.
Yes, this one goes into the end of 18.
All right, thank you.
And I'm sorry, there was something else that you said that I wanted to address, I'm sorry. Is that all?
The horse, and we probably.
Oh, the horse, yes. If you have
The
that
horse, yeah.
information, I can forward that to the health department because we probably need to get in touch with the health department to issue a citation to the owner of the property.
Well,
And
it's
to
easement
require
area.
them to move,
But code
to
enforcement,
remove-
I'm sure
Yeah,
there's some
it's
ordinance that won't
easement
allow them to
area,
do
so it
that
would
too.
be
Yeah.
city's responsibility, because he's back there along 80 and 94, right off the expressway over there. So shacks and stuff by there.
Well, no, because in a sense, if that's his property, that's a form of dumping. If he's dumped the body or the horse's body somewhere other than his property, that's a form of dumping.
Yeah, well, he's
So-
gonna immediately says it's not his.
Well, we can have code enforcement address that issue. So in the health department, you said it's 2900
Block of
Wickham?
Wickham Street, yeah.
and you said that the horse is in the easement.
Yeah, and easement,
Okay.
right along the
Alright.
2900 block, that avenue over there.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure that information is given to code enforcement as well as the health department.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else today?
Yeah, I'll
Yes, sir.
talk. Congratulations on your persistence and stamina in putting up with a place like this. You need like combat pay or something like that. Anyway, Salita, thank you very much
Oh, you're welcome, sir.
for all you've done.
Thank you.
And I want to comment on a number of things. My time is short. 600,000 for Howell Park. Now the kids aren't even getting a swimming pool out of it. I understand playground. I understand contracts. You know, when I grew up, Gary, we had 15 swimming pools, 8 of them at high schools. Right here, CYO at 5th and Madison Catholic Youth Organization. We had an Olympic pool. Gary YMCA that they built in '67. We took our life-saving, our Red Cross certifications there. We had 8 swimming pools in the high schools. We had 5 public pools. And every child in Gary, by the time they got out of high school, because you couldn't get out of high school, could swim proficiently. Now when we got splash pads, that's cheap, these children, but that's 600,000. Second thing is the community development. It doesn't reflect on this organization, but tens of millions go into this neighborhood stabilization. And these areas are virtually war zones. You fix a house up there for 43 that can't sell for 5. And it's usually old people like myself. And what happens? They die. And their kids don't come back and they turn into slums anyway. So the thing is, I like to see this stuff monitored. After they fix a house for 43,000, how long will it even be occupied? A year, 2 years? It's a waste of CBG money, but it's up to the local administration to administer. Third, on the fire department, we don't have the money for new ambulances. Why don't you go to the federal government? They have a huge program of used equipment, tons of it that cities get from all over the country. They've had it since '92. You can petition for anything you want, except, you know, machine guns and weapons of mass destruction. Actually, there's a way to do that. You petition for vehicles instead of having new bids on everything. And then the fourth thing that I want to talk about is getting these meetings on time, if you can. I understand, you know, I'm here for free. I'm a serious concerned citizen. I'm not being paid. You guys are. Now, you guys got water and coffee. That's cool. But the thing is, I was at Project Safe at GNS the other day, and these people got nothing. They're petitioning to get their heat on, and he put them through every piece of paperwork you can see for a couple $100. I'm looking at this stuff. So the thing is, you're lucky where you got your jobs, because you may not have them that much longer, depending on how money flow is around here.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right. A
Move
motion
to adjourn.
All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you.